John Toews, 10 games in, the schedule's starting to pick up now with every other night. How have you seen his play and how he's holding up so far? What did you
Yeah,
see from him?
probably best way is he's every day he's gotten better. We just went through a stretch of we had the 3 and 4 nights, we had the 5 games in 8 days, and that was a big test. And I thought he came through it. His energy level was kind of doing what he needs to do each and every game and each and every shift. So that was a tough test for him, and sort of his early first test of playing a lot of games in a very short period of time. And I thought he did a good job.
Last one, John, second league in faceoff wins at 64.1. Just talk about
Yeah.
that and how comforting that is to a coach knowing you throw him out there.
Yeah, it really is. Starting with pucks sort of changes your game plan a little bit. But it's kind of sort of worked its way throughout our lineup. Our other centermen have all done a great job as well, and we're coming out of games. We have our own stat on face-offs that we keep, and even the league ones. When you come out of games and you're at the 55, 60 mark, even higher at times, it means you're starting with pucks. You're not chasing the game.
Did you have doubts about what Toews was going to be able to do this year? At his age, coming off a couple of years away, and his ability to recover, and as he erased those doubts.
Yeah, I don't think I ever had doubts. I think he's too great of an athlete. He's so driven. His mindset, his determination, all those things that we saw in Chicago for all those years when they obviously were doing what they were doing there and winning championships. He has that drive, and I met him in the summertime in August, and I think he wanted to play the next day if he could. So I knew it was all about playing these heavy games, playing a lot of games in a short period of time, getting up to speed with new line mates, new players, guys he's never ever been around before, kind of different systems, and he's been really good. He's been good with our guys. He's been really good with the coaches. Us kind of sort of showing him stuff individually, and I just think that he's improved each and every day.
I asked him, what's it like when you're 7-3-0 and your coach is a little bit grumpy about that? You got lots to work on. I'm going based on post-game, you and Ken chatting, right? There's lots of room to improve still, right?
Yeah.
And he was all in on that. He loved that. He's like, well, that's what we're here for. And I wonder what that's like for you as a coach when one of your leaders is like that.
Yeah, that's kind of our group too. I don't think anybody in that room is. We're extremely happy that we're 7-3, but we have not played Jet hockey consistently as a group. Individually, shift to shift, we've kind of been inconsistent. So. It is a good sign that we're a good hockey team, that we can find ways to win hockey games. And I'm glad it's happening in October instead of obviously later. I think has a lot to do with some of the the injuries, some of the new bodies that are here, learning how we play. But when your leadership group takes responsibility, that's what you love. As a coach, every now and then you gotta maybe lay your personality on them, and it's how they respond. So it was just reminders that. We got through the 10 games, but it wasn't how we need to play. And I didn't have to say a whole heck of a lot. They recognize it, and we've our specialty teams have been really good. Our goaltending has been really good, and like I said, we've had parts of games that have looked like us. It just needs to be more consistent for 60 minutes.
What is the latest on the injury front with Adam, Dylan, and Cole?
Yeah, Adam's it's getting real close here. Not in tonight, but it's getting a lot closer. The big thing is the banging and the crashing and doing stuff in numbers. We're trying to get them involved in a lot of stuff here. We'll get a practice in tomorrow, and then we'll see, kind of take it from there. The other two, that's the first time they got out with us. So they'll be a little bit longer down the line here, just not so much into the contact yet. So they're just obviously doing stuff at a higher pace with all the numbers with our guys, and they'll gradually, again, until those colors change on their jerseys. Right now, they're just trying to get themselves back up to speed.
Scott, what are you expecting from the Chicago team tonight? One of the things that really jumps out is I think you and Chicago are the two teams that have given up the fewest goals in the West, so they seem to be defending very well on top of scoring as well.
Yeah, the coaching change, they've come in, and obviously they've put a lot of emphasis on defending. I mean, they're 5-1-1 their last 7. I just looked at some of the teams they beat, some of the teams they played against. You know, they were up 4-0 on Ottawa very quickly after the first. They could have been up. They're up 1-0 on LA. They could have been up 3 or 4. You know what? They're the buy-in right now. You really see it. They have you know, everybody. They're not giving up odd man rushes. They're not letting you get into a track meet. You know, they're doing a real good job, and they have some real good young talent that if you make mistakes, they can put pucks in the net. They can make it hard on you, and that's pretty much going to be my message tonight. Don't underestimate this team. This isn't the team that we've seen the last couple of years. This is a good, well-coached group that has bought in first to defending, and they clog up the middle of the ice. And like I talked about the other day when we talked about Utah and some of these other teams that are young and, you know, or have that sort of buy-in first to defend. You can't just play into what they're trying to do. You have to make sure that you make them work for every inch of ice.
Just one, I know the sample size is still very small, but you guys have had 6 home games or 3-3. Home ice was a place of the last few years. It's been a place where you guys have really dominated. Are you seeing anything different from the way you guys are playing at home on the road, or still too early to say?
Yeah, I just think it goes back to my the earlier answer, just the inconsistency, and it's as a group, period to period. It's as a group, you know, as an individuals, players being real good one shift and then having a tough one the next. To me, that's what it's all about. It's just being consistent. Maybe on the road you're a little more leery of what may happen, and you're obviously the home crowd in the opposition building kind of firing them up and having them go. And maybe here we just take it a little bit too lightly, and that's not something we've ever done here. We're usually pretty good in this building, so we do need to be a lot better here.
What's Cole Koepke shown you so far, Scott?
Obviously, that speed is a huge element. You see it on the penalty kill. You see it on the forecheck, or if they get the puck, him using his quickness down that line. Yeah, he's got some detail to his game. You know, plays hard, gives us real good minutes. You know, and that's what you want. I think the last couple of games he's done a real good job of, you know, especially on the forecheck, creating turnovers and then taking pucks in net. He's had some great looks. He's had some great looks on the penalty kill as well. And I like the quickness. I think he's been responsible, not just alone, but he's been a big part of our penalty kill having success because he is quick and he has a good stick. And he when he moves side to side, he closes quick, really fast.
What has Logan Stanley done to build trust with you in the start of the season, especially with Dylan Sandberg out of the lineup?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's tough to fill. We talked about this before with our, guys that are out. It's hard to fill those shoes 100%, and Sandberg's are tough shoes to fill. And, we just try to get, talk about Stan is simpler is better. And, you see the pass, make the pass, trying to, as much as possible, just, keep it that way, be consistent, sort of shift to shift. He's done a great job offensively, getting pucks to the net front. Saw it the other night in Mini. Did a great job twice to get, set up P on the one, but also him had 3 or 4 opportunities to throw from the top. They created the, the scrambles at the net front. So it's just more, him being more in control, and he's playing more minutes, probably less thinking for him. So sometimes that helps too. When you're on smaller minutes, you don't want to make mistakes, and then you kind of step on your own toes a little bit. And I think that he's done a good job of just trying to stay within himself.